Hello and welcome everybody to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number 107. In the previous video, we went 5-3 and lost a ranking. That just shows how difficult it is to climb the mythic ranks. We had a nice Jeskai control deck. I've been having a lot of fun drafting Jeskai control decks, but I just didn't have enough late game power. And that's what was inevitably our downfall. But hopefully we can turn things around in this draft. Now, before I head into this draft, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Pre-orders for Final Fantasy should be available, so you can check out the website for that, along with singles for your standard, modern, pioneer, or commander decks. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. You want deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, all that good stuff to make sure you are fully ready for your next tabletop event. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Also, they have a really heavy convention presence. If you ever see their booth at a convention, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. Ooh, we got a little Mox. If this was a real life draft, you could consider taking it. But for us, we have Rally the Monastery, which is clearly the best card in the pack. We took it pretty early and it was very good for us in the previous video. This is just a good card in any deck. If you're aggro, it's fine. And if you're a Jeskai control deck, it's also very, very good. Outside of that, we have Fortress Kingguard and Shock Brigade as aggressive options. I think I generally like the Shock Brigade a little bit more, just the menace is really nice, but both are very, very good in Boros aggro. And then also, of course, there is the Dragonstorm Globe. But let's take the Rally the Monastery here and then see what else is available. Pack 1, Pick 2 gives us another Globe. We have Shock Brigade at common. And then we have Anafenza and Songcrafter Mage as well, along with Host of the Hereafter if you want to do the Golgari counters thing. But for us, given the Rally the Monastery start, oftentimes you're going to be looking at Boros or possibly Jeskai, to a lesser degree Abzan. But given that, I think it's really the decision between taking Anafenza and Shock Brigade. Now, in Boros specifically, I think the Shock Brigade might be slightly better, but given that we've only first picked a white card, I think if it's close, we should just take the white card because this leaves us a little bit more open, right? If I take the Anafenza, I can end up in black-white, I can end up in red-white, whereas with the Shock Brigade, it's just like, I'm just a Boros aggro deck. And I do think it's good enough to follow up with the Rally of the Monastery over cards like this Songcrafter Mage. So, solid start here. Let's keep it going. All right, well, you know, I was kind of feeling like being aggro anyways. Shocking Sharpshooter is one of the better uncommons to play in the red-white aggro deck, especially if you can generate a lot of tokens. Very, very nice card. Piercing Exhale, Dragonclaw Strike, Mammoth Bellow are the good green cards. And then if I'm in Boros specifically, I also really like Coordinated Maneuver. But yeah, let's go ahead and take the Shocking Sharpshooter out of this pack and see if we can move into some red-white beats. It's got to be open, right? Fourth pick, Delcoven Pack Beasts. You know, look, we've been drafting a lot of like slower mid-range / control decks. It's nice to just mix it up and beat people down. And when you're getting past Anafenza, Shocking Sharpshooter, and Pack Beast, well, I am happy for it. Lots of coordinated maneuvers. Hopefully we can get some on the wheel, but very, very happy taking the Pack Beast here. Would really like to pick up some of the other uncommons that will reward you for going wide. Now, Shocking Sharpshooter is obviously very good with the Pack Beast, but we're talking about Frontline Rush, War Effort, Duty Beyond Death. Those cards end up playing out very, very beautifully in this type of deck. All right, pack 1, pick 5. Oh my goodness, another Shocking Sharpshooter. This is absolutely open here. Very, very happy. Windscarred Crag. Asia's Exhale is just fine. I don't actually love it in red-white. I like proactive removal spells. Like Molten Exhale, for example, kills a creature and lets you get in for damage. This one is still fine, but I like it less than a lot of the other removal spells. Dispelling Exhale, Focus the Mind as well in the pack. Certainly, Jeskai in general seems to be open, but Shocking Sharpshooter that late is an absolute gift for our deck. Here, I'm going to take Rebellious Strike as a really nice combat trick. Works really well with mobilized cards. I'm not really a big fan of Dragonback Lancer or Meticulous Artisan in this type of deck, so yeah, let's take... Here's the thing. I'm actively happy to play Rebellious Strike in my red-white decks. I'm also actively happy about a pick 7 Fortress Kingguard. Let's go. Very, very happy with that. Narset's Rebuke in the pack as well, but this is looking like we are setting up for a really, really nice red-white aggressive deck. We've only seen the Shocking Sharpshooters, but let's keep going here. Riling Dawnbreaker, Devoted Duelist, and Reigning Victor, all decent options. I think I'm just going to take the Dawnbreaker. This is like, look, it's a fine 2-mana play, but it also acts as something you can play in the late game. The Reigning Victor, I mean, it's a 4-mana card, so I'd rather just have more 2-mana plays, and I think it's better than the Devoted Duelist. Here, I'm not interested in taking any of these cards, so I'm just going to take this just to get some gems for my collection. Same here, more gems. I'm just not going to play Lightfoot Technique in my deck for the most part. So let's just take the Songcrafter Mage. Seize Opportunity I like a little bit more. And if I'm lacking combat tricks, I can certainly consider that. Overwhelming Surge is fine, but I don't love it in these types of decks. So the cards on the left here are the ones that I'm interested in. The cards on the right are perfectly fine filler level cards. Noting that I think we passed 2 Shock Brigades and neither of them tabled. There's a Dragonback Lancer as well. Another card I don't really want to play in this deck. All right, we have a really interesting choice. Pack 2, pick 1. We have either a Stadium Headliner, which is fine. Solid, aggressive 1-drop. Now, typically, you end up with a lot more planes in these type of decks. Like, as you can see, we're much more focused on being white. But then Sunset Strikemaster is also nice. It hits really hard, it ramps you, and it kills flyers. But I'm just going to take the cool rare. Like, it's also a removal spell, deals a bunch of damage. Great with the Shocking Sharpshooter. Very, very happy to have both of those types of cards in my deck. But let's take the Stadium Headliner here. Come on, War Effort and Frontline Rush. All right, moving on to Pack 2, Pick 2. This is kind of a whiff. There is a Purging Stormbrood, which you can play as a combat trick, but I'm not going to cast it all that often, unless I end up with a Mardu Devotee. The other option is Mystic Monastery, and I don't really care for the Osseous Exhale. I guess I'll take the Purging Stormbrood. Look, if I do pick up some Mardu Devotees, this just ends up being like a very, very strong combat trick, and certainly better than the cards that we have here. And if I can ever get to cast this, if I pick up like a Mardu Monument, for example, I think this would be totally fine. Pack 2, pick 3, Wingblade Disciple, sure. It looks like maybe the person that we're passing to is in our colors, which is unfortunate. We're not getting anything great here so far. We have a bunch of dragons. Maybe we can pick up some good dragon spells. I don't know. Riling Dawnbreaker is not my favorite 2-mana play, but you got to do what you got to do. Pack 2, pick 4 gives us Shock Brigade. Very, very happy about that. I will play all the Shock Brigades I get. Noting that I probably won't play any land that adds for black mana just for the Purging Stormbrood. I just think the cost is just too high. Like I said, just really looking for Mardu Devotee. Sipsig Appraiser is a good card, obviously not in our colors, and Reigning Victor is fine, but Shock Brigade, that's exactly the type of card that you want when you are playing 2 copies of Shocking Sharpshooter in your deck. Moving on to this pack, Pack 2, pick 5. I already have 2 Seize Opportunities. We are getting hard cut, it seems. There is an Arishan Sunshield, but I think I'll take a Sandstep Citadel. I don't know. Like, I'm probably not going to play it. And wow, this is so disappointing. Like, how? Like, I don't understand. I guess I'll take Fire Rim Form as a combat trick, and now all of a sudden, I thought I was going to have enough playables here where I can cut some of these cards. We're going to have to bring these back into the fray, given that we are just not seeing anything here. Defibrillating Current, I don't love. I think I'm just going to take Underfoot Underdogs as just another way to go wide. Very, very nice, like especially with double Shocking Sharpshooter. You just want to have a bunch of things that make tokens. One note that there was also a bunch of packs with Coordinated Maneuver, so those didn't table as well. So yeah, definitely at least one other person in these colors. But that's okay. That is okay. Wow. Yeah, this is rough. That's a Tempest Hawk. Are we doing Tempest Hawk things? I don't think so. I guess Abzan was open. Yeah, a much, much worse pack too, for sure. But it is what it is. At least, I will say, we've taken so many rares. Like, we got at least like 100 gems worth of value there. Just saying. All right. Come on, pack 3. Save us. Carsey Revenant. Absolutely not the type of card that can save us here. Sunset Strikemaster I like much better than Stormplane Detainment. And yeah, this is a pretty easy Sunset Strikemaster here for us. All right, Static Snare, however, is the type of removal spell that I really like in this type of deck. Rebellious Strike is fine, but yeah, this is the type of deck that's going to have a lot of creatures attacking, so oftentimes Static Snare is going to cost like 2 or 3 mana, and absolutely in the market for that type of card. All right, pack 3. Oh, another Stadium Headliner. Okay. I mean, I like Coordinated Maneuver, but that is awesome. Very, very happy about that. Look at this. Turn 1 Headliner, turn 2 Sharpshooter, attack, take 3. That is a really, really nice curve. Moving on to pack 3, pick 4, we have the option of Unsparing Boltcaster versus Rebellious Strike. Not really sure which one I want. How much Mobilize do I have? I have a lot of spells already. I think I'm just going to take the Unsparing Boltcaster as just another 3-mana creature. We're on, what, 14 creatures? So we'll do that. Here we have Mardu Devotee versus Salt Road Pack Beast. And as much as I like the Pack Beast, I think the Devotee is just better here. It gives me the option of casting the Purging Stormbrood, which I think is really nice. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like both, but I'm just going to take the cheaper card. But I do think it's somewhat close. And I can see the case for the Pack Beast, but yeah, we're going to go with the Devotee here. Now let's take Coordinated Maneuver. All right, the end of this pack is going way, way better for us. 4, 5, 6, 7. Might not have to play this. Devoted Duelist for... Okay, we're just going to take another maneuver. So really good removal. We're picking up really good removal. Oh, wow. Bearer of Glory and Duty Beyond Death. I mean, it's got to be Duty Beyond Death. Bearer of Glory is nice too, but this is a fantastic trick. And yeah, we are definitely getting rewarded. Certainly from the right side, Boros was open. It's just... it's open, but it's just we just didn't get... Pack 2 was just absolutely horrible for us. Do I want another? I think I'll just take another Rebellious Strike here. Take the Leopard. I actually don't mind Reigning Victor, so I think I'm just going to play that as my last card. It's like my first 4-mana play, and I do think it's better than Dragonback Lancer. Just being able to force through some damage is pretty nice. So this gives us access to 17 creatures, although Stormbrood is mostly not a creature, it's just a trick. Are you kidding me right now? Salt Road Pack Beast with 2 cards left? What? Okay. Well, Pack 3 certainly saved us, because after Pack 2, I was questioning everything. But now I'm happy I have a Devotee and a Pack Beast. We picked up some incredible spells here as well. We have just enough removal, I think, in Double Coordinated Maneuver and the Static Snare. Absolutely loving how this deck ended up here. Don't think well, let's put this in and just see. I'm certainly not going to play any Swamps. Play 8 of each. And we're going to have to make a couple of cuts. Yeah, Overwhelming Surge is just not that impressive. Riling Dawnbreaker is just another 2-mana play that also acts as a late-game dragon. Pack Beast is like a 4-drop at most. And then this also is basically just a combat trick. So in terms of our spells, we have 3 removal spells. This can also act as a creature or just a good pump spell. I mean, it just kind of does everything. Rally the Monastery is obviously awesome. Yeah, I think, let's see. What is this? Has 18 creatures. I think cutting Reigning... Oh, shoot. I don't want to do that. I don't know what happened, but I don't want to do that. What did I cut? Unsparing Boltcaster? Sure. All right, so this gives us access to 17 creatures. Purging Stormbrood is not a creature, so that's 16 creatures. That's still a pretty high amount. And then, of course, we also have Rally the Monastery. Really great curve. Yeah, really, really loving this deck. Lots of aggression. Coordinated Maneuvers, awesome here. Duty Beyond Death is awesome here as well. Let's beat some faces down. All right, now before round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Once again, big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate all of your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to up your limited game and join an awesome community of folks also looking to improve their limited game. Lots of great channels available in the Discord. Trophy picks, what's the pick, limited discussions, bad beats, good beats, all that good stuff. Make sure you check it out. All right, opponent on the play here. I do have a turn 1 Mardu Devotee. Always feels good to have that turn 1. It feels less good being on the draw, though. Ooh. Stadium Headliner. That deals more damage. All right, I will play the Headliner. If they play a... Oh, Monument? Okay, that's fine. Wait. Forest, Swamp, Jeskai, Monument. Okay, I mean... This is exactly the type of deck we want to play. Oh my gosh, we drew Shocking... Can you... By the way, our first two plays off the top were Stadium Headliner to play turn 1 into Shocking Sharpshooter. That is everything that this deck wants to be doing here. So very, very excited about this start. What you got for me? Dragonstorm Globe into nothing. Okay, I like nothing. Let's... Ooh, wait, hold on. Yeah, let's play Underfoot Underdogs. Just maximize our damage here. Shocking Sharpshooter doing a gazillion damage here. I mean, look at this. This is insane. Like, they need to basically sweep the board, I feel. A single removal spell doesn't matter too much. Ah, you know what? That's actually pretty good, too. The two birds are actually pretty good, too. So I don't really want to attack with Stadium Headliner, probably. Although, wow, they are just at such a low life total here. This is so crazy. Oh, I can make this unblockable, too. God. Okay, I'll keep both. I'll play a Pack Beast. Oh, I can just play Duty Beyond Death for the win. This is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, this is just the most insane draw I've ever had in this format. Like, 100% the best draw I've ever had. And it was almost all off the top. Pack 3, thank you very much. This is why I always say it is more important to read the signals from the right and not from the left. You look at the packs in pick 2 and you're pack 2, you're like, wow, I'm getting cut off. Well, guess what? The person that we passed to, their deck was probably crap because they forced Boros after I cut it off. And then in pack 3, they just ended up getting nothing most likely. All right, here we go. 1-0. Let's keep going. Alrighty. Let's win the die roll. No. We are on the draw and no red source. I do have a turn 2 Riling Dawnbreaker and an Anafenza. So I think I'm going to keep. A Mountain off the top would be awesome. Or a Mardu Devotee. So 9 outs. And even if we don't, all we need is, even if we draw Plains, we can play Dawnbreaker into the Anafenza, which is pretty good as well. All right, did not draw the Mountain right away. This could be quick going the other direction, we'll see. Okay, nothing there as well. I mean, on the draw, 2 lands with the 2-drop to play, generally I think is not too bad. But we, of course, did not get there here. All right, well, that was the best draw that we got, and now we're probably... This is probably going to be one of the worst draws we get because we kept a 2-lander and we missed on a land for 3 straight draw steps, right? We had 3 draws at a land and we failed. Okay, so we drew the Mountain there. The question now becomes, what do I play? I think my play is just flash in the Anafenza and hope for the best. Like, try to get some value here because we're so behind. The fact that they didn't attack with Mardu Devotee, like, that's insane. That is actually insane. And they have 2 Tempest Hawks? Like, what is happening here? Oh, they just drew the Tempest Hawk? Okay, fair enough. Okay, drew the Plains. Okay, let's play Shocking Sharpshooter. Being light on red here is still not great. I do have the way to protect. Okay, that's really good. Okay, let's do this. Sacrifice this. Let's make a token. And then make everything unblock. Okay. So here's the issue, though. If I don't find an answer to the flyer, I'm just dead here. Because I'm at 6. Like, I need a mountain. Mountain would be good. Okay, mountain is nice. They have 3 Tempest Hawks. They're gonna chump. Okay, I mean, I don't really have any other choice here. Oh, I could have actually made my Anafenza bigger anyways. Let's just hope they don't have a pump spell, that's all. Like, no Rebellious Strike, please. That's it. They're at 6. Riling Dawnbreaker, okay. They would have blocked the Anafenza, so... And I wasn't close to killing them. So, I mean, this is a lethal attack if they don't have anything else. We're almost... Oh, nice. Yeah, that's nice. All right. Hey, you know what? Like, losses like this, you just kind of take it. We had what I believe is a much superior deck, but I just kept a slightly risky hand, and we ended up paying for it there. But it's okay. I'm still pretty confident. As long as I just get a reasonable draw, this deck has all the tools to get a trophy. All right, let's see if we can rattle off a bunch of wins here with a reasonable hand. So here we are on the draw, but we have a good hand. Turn 1 Stadium Headliner into turn 2 Sunset Strike Master is amazing. Hopefully they don't have a 2-drop. Like an Undergrowth Leopard. That would be unfortunate. So, no attacks from us. Just going to hang out here. Next turn we have, I mean, lots of options here. I mean, Undergrowth Leopard attacks, no blocks. And Sirach. Okay. So not too many opportunities for a double spell situation here. Sirach is certainly very, very good. I'm going to play a Pack Beast here and just pass. The question becomes, if they choose to attack with the Sirach, do I choose to block with the Sunset Strike Master? I'm kind of limited on my white sources. Like, obviously, I'm very interested in getting Sirach off the battlefield if possible. I mean, this is such a good aggressive start here, but I don't think they're going to attack me here, which is obviously very, very nice for us. Now, they are keeping up 2 mana here, so I don't know that I necessarily love this situation. Feel like I just want to continue going wide. I also have the ability to go Rally the Monastery. But let's just go Underfoot Underdogs. The way that I look at it here is if they have a counterspell here, it's fine. But if they don't, making the Pack Beast unblockable is also really, really good, because that just means that I get to get a nice free mobilize attack in. And again, they're just not in any position to attack me, which is, of course, a good thing for me. Now, if I make this unblockable, what happens? I attack with 3 tokens and I only attack for 1. That doesn't seem particularly strong. Let's just play another Underfoot Underdogs. And I'm just going to pass again. And see what they do. Focus the Mind. So this does feel like a good opportunity to just kill the Sirach. So I will. Get that off the battlefield. I'd rather have the Stadium Headliner in play. Next turn I get to attack and just get the most disgusting Duty Beyond Death imaginable. That is my plan. Like, presumably, they're going to have to attack and play something, or presumably, they're going to have to play something big here. And the combination of Stadium Headliner plus Duty Beyond Death should be enough here to be able to just, like, kill a bunch of their stuff. I mean, I get to mobilize 4. All kinds of goodness. Yeah, ringing. I can pay for to untap this, too. Maybe they have a knockout maneuver here to kill my Stadium Headliner. That would be pretty good. Dragonfire Blade. Okay. Oh, if you attack me, you are so dead. Okay. That is like an I mean, you got to be aggressive, I guess. Maybe they have a Humbling Elder or something. I don't know. This does feel like a turn where I just want to cast Duty Beyond Death. The question now becomes what I want to sacrifice. Even if they have a Humbling Elder here, it's like, if I sack this token, yeah, I should just sack this token. It gets in for a little bit less damage, but the way that I look at this is the Ringing Strike Mastery is temporary. This still puts them down to 10. And so now I have the option to still basically kill anything that my opponent plays. And look at my board, right? Like, look at my board. Like, what can they even do here other than have some kind of sweeper effect, right? Like, Sago Wildling is just not important here at all. I can't imagine that they want to attack me here. Okay. Wow. This is all just kind of ridiculous to me. All right. Do they have like a tapper here? Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. All right, 2 cards in hand. What do you have? Molten Exhale on Sunset Strike Master. So now they're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 damage. I see. Why did they say good game? We'll see. Okay. They said good game because they were dead. Look, you never know, right? I'm not gonna... I've seen it so many different ways. I'm not gonna say anything until it's actually over. All right. Our deck is humming, and the only loss was really, honestly, to the deck losing to itself. And we're 2-1. All right, 4 lands, but I'm on the play, and I have a 1, 2, and a 3. So I got to keep this and hope that the rest of our deck provides us with action, right? That's the hope. Okay. Well, that is certainly action. Dalkovan Pack Beasts. So if they have like a slow start where they don't have a 2-mana play, it's going to be very good for us, of course. Strategic Betrayal. All right, let's sack the 2/2. I think the Stadium Headliner just gives us a lot more value. All right, Still gets in for 2 damage, right? Like, regardless of which one I kill. Alander was not good. Champion of Doosan is the play from the opponent. So I guess I should just kill the Champion of Doosan here. Alright, so they're going to take 4 damage. And hopefully they don't play a 4-power creature next turn. If they play a Sagu Pummeler, of course, that's not great. Dragon's Prey, sure. Alright, we need to draw an action spell. That was not an action spell. It's like, they've actually been able to keep up reasonably well on curve with a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and a removal spell. And so they're at 11, but we're still in danger here. Just because they've been able to match us smoothly. Spectral Denial, they kept something else. It looks like they have a Piercing Exhale, is my guess. They can also just put a counter on the Sibsig Appraiser. Oh, it's a... Holy cow. Yeah. I mean, look, if they're going to curve out in that fashion, yes, we are still going to lose and have some trouble. Well, let's try to sneak whatever damage in where we can. If they don't have land number 6, they can't play the dragon. Hopefully they can't kill this dragon. But yeah, just... They had 3 removal spells. And they're at 9 life, so, you know, we do need to continue finding stuff here. We're on 16 lands. They're going to tap something to find something? Main phase tap on the Riling Dawnbreaker. It still feels like they have some kind of bite spell. Yep, Piercing Eggs. Oh, they have a Teval. Oh, okay. Well, well then we're just like very close to dead here. I mean, they do this, but are they going to attack me? I need a removal spell here or something off the top. I mean, we might just lose to Teval. That's certainly possible, but I'm just going to play my hand and hope for the best. They really don't have anything else to do other than cast Teval, and we obviously can't attack. That was a horrible draw. Duty Beyond Death would have been such a good draw. Alright, they have 1 card left. If they don't attack me, you know, obviously that gives me more outs here. Okay. Alright, so they're... And then they have another card to cast. Okay. I mean, it does break even, just damage-wise. I'm going to play the land to play around Dispelling Exhale. Because they have a dragon in play. What do they have? Okay. Okay. Hi. What do I want to do? They have 2 cards. It's really dicey. The way that I look at it is if they have a removal spell here for the Dawnbreaker, then that's okay. Well, we knew they had that. Did they draw another one? That's really gross if they did. Like, they had only 1 card in hand. Oh. Wait. Oh, that is... That's so good. They over spectral denial and oh my gosh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Apologies, opponent. I don't... Were they just dead there? I don't know. Oh man. Yeah, so when you cast Spectral Denial for a lot, the mana value of that card is still a lot. Let's just put it that way. All right, 3 lands, double Sharpshooter, Rally the Monastery, Coordinated Maneuver. Promising hand if we can find some ways to generate a bunch of tokens here. Would love to draw a 1-drop off the top too. I mean, Stadium Headliner would obviously be the dream. We have 2 of them. Okay, Sunset Strike Master was still a pretty good draw here. Black, black into Delta Bloodflies, okay? All right, and I'm going to go ahead and play the Sunset Strike Master here because just the extra mana allows us to double spell next turn. I give up on a point of damage from the Sharpshooter, but I do think it's worth. Now, let's hope they don't have aggressive negotiations because that would be really rude, but they do. So our opponent's officially very rude. Now, I do have the Strike Master to kill the Bloodflies if I need. It's a 2/3 flyer, but we'll see. My hand is very, very good. They're going to take one of the Sharpshooters here, sure. And we drew a Plains. Now what do I do? I'm going to play a Sharpshooter and... Yeah, let's do that. Got a couple of Prowess tokens in play, going wide. Coordinated Maneuver. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. They better not have another aggressive negotiations. I hate you, opponent. I truly do. Because you know why? They clearly also have Snakeskin Veil. Can we just draw something there? Is that not reasonable? Oh well. Okay, well. You know what? I hope you play another aggressive... I hope you draw 2 more aggressive negotiations. That's the hope here. Because come on. Because come on is all I gotta say. Like, just any creature there? Was that too much to ask for? Any creature? Alright, I mean, we got kind of a racing situation here. We'll see what happens. Any spell off the top would be amazing. Duty Beyond Death. Rebellious Strike, because I have 2 Prowess Monks in play. But this is, you know, and our opponent missed a land drop, so you know they have action in their hand. So, now, fortunately, this is a 2-turn clock, potentially. Okay, let's see what they do. Dragon's Prey. Oh, no. Okay. Duty Beyond Death. Golly, this is not gonna work, is it? Oh, wait, it is. It is gonna work. Is it? Wait, hold on. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it is gonna work, because this has Prowess. So I sack this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Oh my gosh. That was just perfect. Ho ho ho! All right. What a perfect draw. What a perfect draw. That was very, very scary. Okay, let's keep it going. Let us keep it going. We are now sitting, I mean, these games have been so fast. We are 4-1. 4-1. Although, admittedly, very close to losing 2 of those games. All right, opponent on the play here. Ugh, another weird hand. Like, a Plains makes this hand awesome. I feel like I still gotta keep this. I got a 1-drop into a 2-drop. Like, this is just magic. Like, in 8/8 mana base, sometimes will just not give you the results that you want. But I mean, this is just. I have 3 draw steps at a white source here. Don't counter. If they counter this, it's like, it's a complete disaster. Oh, that's fine. All right, so wait, we were on the draw, right? So we had 3 draw steps at a white source. Like, if I just draw 1, then I am totally good. Okay, they killed my stadium headliner. Just planes, please. Okay, well, at least they gave me a shock brigade. Because we're at the point where basically the only bad draw is a white spell. But if I'm going to lose 2 matches because I keep a 3 lander with a 1-drop and a 2-drop, so be it. So be it is all I'm going to say. Yep. Well, and they also play... I mean, they were also on the play with an encroaching Dragonstorm, so this would have been a pretty difficult one to win anyways, but, you know, an aggressive deck is just oftentimes just not going to be able to win through just, you know, like, not being able to play your spells. Full stop, right? It is what it is. It's just like, imagine if I had a Plains here. Yeah, I don't want to play. All right. Magic the Gathering. We are so far 4 and Mana Screw. 4 and Mana Screw is where we currently are at. That happens. Let's keep going. Just 1 mountain and 1 plains. Is that a lot to ask for? Maybe. Anyways, we are on the draw again. We do have a good collection of spells. No 1-drop, but we do have a Sunset Strike Master into Rally the Monastery or Unsparing Boltcaster here. Sandstep Citadel is the play from the opponent. Okay, so they have a really slow start. This is certainly one of those starts where I really wish I was on the play. Again, kind of like the previous scenario, my plan here is to go Sunset Strike Master turn 2, because that lets me potentially double spell next turn. It looks like they're going to kill my Strike Master. Yep. That's unfortunate. Now what do I want to do? Do I want to just play a 3/3 here? No, let's just play the Sharpshooter. Temur Monument. Yep. Jeskai Devotee. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is not ideal. What are you going to do? All right, so no land there. They killed my Strike Master. They're at 18. Our hand does have a lot of really good cards in it, but could use another white source, maybe. Yeah, another white source would be fantastic. I wonder if I'm supposed to play 9/7. Yeah, I mean, like, what is their deck? Are they splashing Nightblade Brigade? Like, what's happening here? I guess we're just okay with this trade. Just get more things going here. Like, I'd rather trade with my creatures and then use maybe the coordinated maneuver to kill at something bigger. I also have Rally the Monastery. Again, a land would be nice. Dragon's Prey on that, sure. And we drew a mountain. Man, oh man. I'm not even entirely sure what I want to do. Like, are they going to block with the Jeskai Devotee? I'm just going to pass. I think it doesn't feel great. But so they can't use the Devotee anymore. But I'm just going to make some tokens. They can't counter this. Give me a plains. Please? Please? 2 mana available for the opponent. Given that my opponent has 2 mana up, I think my plan is to just keep going wide and then go for a Duty Beyond Death later. Like, I feel like if I just draw a second white source here, it's going to be so tough for my opponent. I have no idea what they have. Oh. Okay. Well, you know. Okay. Let's kill Dragonback Assault. And yep. Alright. Well. I mean, this type of deck is generally going to be very, very weak to sweepers. And no difference in this case. Oh, that feels bad. All right, well, what are you going to do? We got Dragonback Assaulted. Okay, Whale of War to get some stuff back. Clarion Conqueror. All right. So let's go Shocking Sharpshooter. Let's attack. Opponent takes some damage. And sure. Dragonback Assault and All-Out Assault. Okay. Am I just dead, I guess? I guess I'm just dead. They get to attack again, right? The creatures have Death Touch for some reason as well. So you get another attack step and everything has Death Touch. All right. I mean, Molten Exhale? Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, look. This deck was actually, in my opinion, very, very solid. Very, very solid. And, like, absolutely, this deck is capable of a trophy. But, wow! I have never felt more sabotaged by my own deck than in this draft. Right? I mean, I have so many 2-mana red plays that I feel like I have to play an 8-8 split. But man, that was probably the most frustrating set of games that I played. Where basically, like, if I was able to play the spells in my hand and deploy my spells on curve, I would have probably been able to win all the games that I lost. And it didn't even come close to happening, right? I kept a 2 plains hand with 2 white cards, a 2-drop and a 3-drop, didn't get there. I kept a 3 mountain hand with a 1-drop red card and a 2-drop red card and a bunch of white cards, and continued drawing white spells and mountains for the rest of that game. And then here, probably needed a second white source. This one, though, might not have beaten my opponent's all-out double Dragonback Assault, all-out assault nonsense. But as far as mana curve goes, I had a bunch of cheap things. Double Shocking Sharpshooter. Look at this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 2-mana plays. Enough interaction. Rares. Like, this just kind of had everything that you want in a red-white deck. But you still can get mana screwed. That happens. And this was just literally I went 4 end mana issues. That is what happened. And so, sorry about the text there. The house waiting on house renovations at the same time. But anyways, yeah, this is just, you can't let this get you too upset, because just know that that is part of the game of Magic. Now, am I frustrated? Absolutely. How frustrated? Probably about as frustrated as you can imagine, given what I thought of my deck, which was, I think, a very, very solid deck, like a 7 out of 10 Boros beatdown deck, with some rare double Stadium Headliner, double Sharpshooter, Anafenza, like Rally the Monastery. This deck was just really, really solid. It was open, and we got hooked up in Pack 3, but when you can't cast your spells, and if you cannot put pressure on your opponents early with this deck, as intended, you will just lose to all the other slower, more expensive decks. And that's what happened here. It's unfortunate, but just know that this happens to all of us, including myself. And we are kind of in a bit of a rut here. We are able to put together some decent draft decks, but we are not able to get trophies. And that certainly happens. Variance is definitely part of the game. And wow, that was something special. That was something special. But you know what? It happens. And we move on. And hopefully we can get a trophy in the next video. Oof. God, that one stings though. Do you feel the frustration? Like, aren't you frustrated at just watching those games? Should I have mulliganed one of those hands? I don't know that I should have mulliganed the hand with the Headliner plus the Sharpshooter, but maybe the hand with the Riling Dawnbreaker, Anafenza, 2 planes, 3 red spells on the... They were both on the draw, too. I don't know. Maybe I should have played... Yeah. Anyways, whatever. It's behind us now. Let's move forward and try to get trophies in future draft videos. I thought this deck was really sweet. At least we got to get the one God draw where our opponent just literally did not stand a chance. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best place to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the patrons. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG, singles, and sealed product needs. If you want to pre-order some booster boxes of Final Fantasy or pick up some singles for your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, all that good stuff to make sure you're fully ready to go for your next tabletop event. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.